Hey there. How are you all doing? I'm hanging in there. I have to be completely honest with you. I just found out yesterday that there's a video out there that I must have made last week, and I don't have any recollection whatsoever of making it. I'm guessing that after that video was made, I went downhill pretty fast. So I'm at a stable situation right now, so I thought I should maybe get on here and do another video for you to let you know how I'm doing and let you know what the heck was going on. I know my migraine buddy Alejandra has been trying to keep people updated. I do apologize. I have not been on Facebook at all. I can sometimes see on my phone if somebody sends me a text. That's how I've been communicating with her. And even then, we haven't texted a lot. I don't even know what day it is sometimes. So, just to let you know, I was diagnosed with Serotonin Syndrome, which, for those of you that don't know what that is, it when your brain makes serotonin on its own, but when you the medications that you're taking also produce serotonin, and it makes too much, it can be pretty serious. And in my situation, it was pretty serious. Luckily, I'm okay and I'm here and fighting like crazy. I don't remember much of this past week. Just now starting to put some stuff together. And talk about deja vu. I have people telling me what I did last week, or things I said, or my daughter telling me things she talked to me about that I have no idea, and remember having those feelings a couple years after my attack. People telling me things, and I still don't know exactly what's real and what's memory, but I did find out, and I'd want to let you all know so that not everybody's out there terrified. You do have to be cautious, obviously. Have a good relationship with your doctor, and I know that's so hard in migraine patients, especially chronic migraine patients, to get a doctor, a neurologist, a headache specialist that understands, but to have that good relationship with him or her, and also a great relationship with your pharmacist, is another plus, because without having both of them on my side this past week, I really don't know where I'd be at this moment. It sounds made up, and it sounds almost too scary to fathom, but it's the truth. Serotonin syndrome can induce coma and death, so it's nothing to play around with. But with talking to both of those people in my life who I trust fully, it is rare. So please don't, worry yourself into a panic. I was decreasing a medication and increasing and adding 2 medications into the mix, and it was nothing that I specifically did wrong. It was nothing my doctor did wrong. Everybody is so different and their makeup is so different. But I was also having my daily chronic migraines, so the day that all this happened, I had 2 increases of medication in milligrams, and also I did 2 injections of my abortive medications that day, plus my cocktails of meds. So with all that, you just have to be real careful, but I don't want everybody to go on a scared frenzy that you can't take your antidepressants or your SSRIs, or I didn't say that right, I know I didn't, my head's whacked out. So yeah, the last week has been pretty bad. Having the migraines to begin with, we all know is bad, depending on what number you are, and I won't rate any of mine as 10s anymore unless I'm actually, if somebody finds me laying on the floor again due to a migraine, then you can tell me I had a 10, but I've learned within the past 3 years that I hold a whole new pain scale, because I think if we all did that and we all went by the same one and all the doctors went by the same one across the United States, if we had a mandatory one, I'm getting off subject here, I'm sorry. Anyway, back to my story. I was diagnosed with Serotonin Syndrome. I had been to the hospital here and at home. I got so frustrated and angry when I went in there because they just wanted to treat me. My face was really drooping and my right side had given out pretty much. So they were treating me for, I think they thought I had a stroke, and I kept telling them that that's not it. So they started treating me for a migraine, asking me what to take. So all in all, it was a good emergency appointment had I wanted to go in to get relief for pain. But what they gave me for migraine pain, it's like for chronic migraine, or it's like baby aspirin. But I let them give it to me, and I this whole week has been so confusing and just so out of whack. My husband said I don't remember him, and I guess there was a point where I had so much confusion. I have no idea what days were days, and I couldn't remember my dog's name, which I guess got me very agitated when they kept enforcing that I needed to tell them her name, and I couldn't remember it. And I mean, please look up serotonin syndrome, but I mean, don't have a panic, because I do trust my doctor wholeheartedly. And when he says it's rare, I believe him. I'm trying to think of the other symptoms. I had tremors. I couldn't stand on my legs. My arms and my legs were tremoring so bad that I couldn't stand on them. Plus, my legs hurt so bad they were having spasms. So let's move forward to, I think I got through the weekend. Went to the hospital. I know I'm still not making any sense. It's still a little blurry to me. And then when I was at the hospital here, they said to go ahead and go off my one antidepressant, because that was what was probably causing the serotonin syndrome, to get me off of that. Well, I went off of that cold turkey. I'm not a doctor. I think I knew that it was wrong. I did know it was wrong. I would tell somebody else not to do it, but I was listening to an ER doctor. And so I went off of it, and needless do I have to say that, we need to do something, and as soon as I feel better, I plan on doing something, because there was a nurse at at the hospital, the first hospital I was at, that I got so anxious I just wanted to tear my IV and everything out, but she was the one that was checking us out. I don't even know if she was a nurse. I don't know what she was, but she wanted to tell me about that she gets migraines, and right away, as soon as I hear that and I know it's awful, I just want to roll my eyes sometimes, because anybody that's watching this understands that. But she started giving me the definition of, what they do to your blood vessels and blah, blah, blah. And I just wanted to scream it. I was very not me at the time, and I just wanted to scream at her about it being a neurological disorder, and, how everybody just needs schooled on what is actually going on out there and how to treat people. I mean, they all treated me wonderfully, don't get me wrong. It's just sometimes, you just want to smack people upside the head because they don't know what the hell they're talking about, or the right definitions to use. But I think that it's just been so misunderstood for so long that it's so hard. So I think I sort of went through the serotonin syndrome here at home and at the hospital, and then the day after I was at the hospital, I was vomiting and stuff here at home before, but then it really started, and I know too much information, but then it really started, I couldn't get out of bed without feeling like I was falling over. Running to the bathroom, with diarrhea and throwing up. I have my vomit bucket right here. Sorry, too much information. And, everything's, right around me. I have my ice pack here, because I got to the point that I just don't want to take anything med-wise right now, which I'll get to in a minute. I'm probably going to have to break this up. But anyway, so my doctor